Yeah, yeah. Ooh, Lord, my ribs are killing me, you guys, from all that coughing I was doing yesterday. But you know what? I'm a very good person. You know why? Because I found some Alka-Seltzer pluses that was in my closet in this house. I had them stored with my surgical masks and some other stuff that I had in in a particular container in this house. It's in the closet. See, you find a lot of stuff when you don't get drunk anymore. I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about nobody else. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. This is your home girl, Arabia. Boss 914, which is the County of New York, coming to you with another live video. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the YouTube streets. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I missed Lonnie's live broadcast this morning. I know I listened to some of it, but I know she was still talking about Supernova. I'm not up here to talk about Supernova. I just wanted to let Lonnie know that the Flowers in the Attic book series. You do not have to buy the books. You do not have to buy the books. They have the movies out, I believe, and they have the audio books out on YouTube. Because I saw it yesterday. I pressed in for it yesterday. I saw that both of them were up there. So I copied and pasted to my community wall. So there's flowers in the attic, and then there's If There Be Thorns and Petals on the Wind, all written by V.C. Andrews. I read all those books, even the other books that came after her death, after the passing of V.C. Andrews. I read most of her books when I was still in middle school and still living in New York. And when you read her books, man, I'm telling you, it feels like you're actually in the story. That's how good V.C. Andrews was. That's how good she was. Now, after she passed away, there was a ghost writer. There was someone else that took her place as far as writing the books. As far as writing the books, it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same feeling. It wasn't the same magic. Shout out to the chat. But yes, you do not have to purchase the books. It's on the YouTubes. You can get the audio book, or you can simply get the movie, and you can enjoy what VC Andrews left behind for all of us to read and enjoy. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I just wanted that to be known. I just wanted that to be known because I read all the books. I read all the books that ever came out under the VC Andrew name. I read all the books, even when the ghostwriter took over her work years ago and finished out all the collections of each story. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit, and I hope I'm not spoiling the story. But if everyone remembers, Flat Flowers in the Attic was about four children. It was two teenagers and twin children. There was two boys, two girls, and they all left their hometown after their father had passed away because their father was a doctor, and the father had passed away, and the mother ran out of money. She depended on the father. I believe the mother was a housewife. Anyway, the mother ended up going back to her childhood home, where she locked in the children in the attic. One of the children passed away. That was the little boy, the little twin boy. Okay, he passed away. The children that remained, they was able to escape from the attic. They confronted the mother in the movie, but in the books, especially the book, If There Be Thorns, there was a continuation of the children leaving that house of horrors, the attic. They left. They started a new life. The two older siblings ended up being together, but their relationship was short lived. It was short lived. The girl, I think her name was Kathy. She was the daughter in the story in Flowers in the Attic. She was one of the siblings. She went on to become a dancer, a professional ballet dancer. Shout out to the chat. Yes, she did. And I'm not going to tell you the rest of the story because I don't want to destroy it for you. I'm not here to destroy the story. I'm not here for that. But I just wanted Lonnie to know. I just wanted Lonnie to know that VC Andrews, she did write the book, Flowers in the Attic. Everyone, I believe everyone has seen the movie one way or another. Everyone has seen the movie. But there's a lot of people that don't know that after Flowers in the Attic, there were two other books. If There Be Thorns and Petals on the Wind. If There Be Thorns and Petals on the Wind. And I don't want to discuss what happened in the other two books, the remaining books, because I don't want to kill the story for certain people that haven't seen the those books, who haven't read them or who haven't seen the movie. I didn't even know they came out with different movies on those different books. I did not watch the movies. I did not watch the movies, but I am aware. And I don't even know, even though they might have the same titles of the books, the movies are never as good as the books. They're never as good as the books. As a young person that was still living in New York at the time, I was still living in New York. I would go to the library every Saturday and check out books. I would go every Saturday. And on my way to the library, that's all I thought about. Okay, the VC Andrews books, because I got turned on about those books through one of my cousins. She she loved those books. So she was telling me about it. And I was like, word. So I went out and I went to the library and I checked out the books and I read them. I read the books. Back then, when I was going to school, you had to do a book report. So most of my book reports centered around the VC Andrews books. If not, then I did something else. You know what I mean? But I absolutely love VC Andrews. I thoroughly enjoyed her books. I thought she was a very talented writer. Uh, Even as a child, That's what one of the things I wanted to do. I didn't want to become a doctor. I didn't want to become a lawyer. I didn't want to become a teacher. I didn't want to become an athlete. I didn't want to become a fireman. I didn't want to become a police officer. I didn't want to do anything else. I wanted to become a writer. I wanted to become a writer. I wanted to write. Back then, I wanted to write my own books. And back then, I was very much into drawing and stuff like that. So I knew that if I ever did go in that pathway, that I could draw out all the scenes that I would put in my book, whether it be fiction or nonfiction. And I wouldn't need another artist or anyone else to help me do the book. You know what I'm saying? If I was to become a writer, if I would have ever went down that lane, you know what I mean? And that was one of the things I wanted to do. When I was younger, I wanted to establish my own magazine. That's what I really wanted to do because I really did love artwork very much. I loved creating. When I went to prison, I learned how to crochet, needlepoint, and cross stitch. But, that was one of my passions. You know what I mean? But as I got older, I decided not to do it anymore. If you really wanted certain pieces to come out right, you would have to spend a long time. I'm talking about drawing now. You have to spend a long period of time on it. I don't care if it's contour drawing, semi skill, still works drawing, any kind of sketching. If you really want it to come out good and look realistic, look 3D, look like it was living and breathing, you would have to work on your pieces, each piece, for more than an hour. Some pieces, it would take you 2-3 days to complete. 2, maybe 3 days to complete, depending on what the subject matter was. Depending on that. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Yeah. So that's the only thing I wanted to do in this video. I didn't come to attack anyone. I didn't come to start any mess. I didn't come to make people laugh. As everyone knows, I'm at the house right now. My boy, all that bullshit that I went through on Friday, my boss is like, I ain't worried about that bullshit that the driver was telling me. I'm telling you, man, I've been working with this company on and off since I was 28 years old. I started out in Columbia, South Carolina, when I was released from the penitentiary in 2001. This is 2025. I've been with the same company on and off since I was 28 years old. That lady ain't worried about what the driver told her in that text message. She was like, Arabia, are you coming in today? I said, I have an appointment with the electrical company. They're coming out to do an inspection, to examine and to test all the appliances in this house, anything dealing with electrical work in this house. And I'm going to have to let them know that there's a short in the living room area because I don't even use that circuit because the last time I turned it on, the thing was popping. So I'm going to have to let them know about that. They might be able to fix that problem themselves. You know what I mean? But they're just coming out because my last electrical bill was like out of the world, out of town with that bullshit. $634. Oh my goodness. I mean, I know it happened over a week ago that I got the bill and I had to pay it, but goddamn. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. And yes, I was present when Lonnie did her video yesterday, And I'm so glad that she's doing the StreamYard and she's able to go horizontally and vertically from StreamYard, and she's able to drop a link. Shout out to her. So it's a wonderful, it's very wonderful tool to have. You know what I mean? You can do vertical and horizontal and still drop the link so people can come up and talk with you. Now, yesterday I had a cough and spell because I thought it was a head cold, but actually it was a reaction to split, spraying bleach everywhere in this house so I could wipe down the walls and do my floors and did the bathroom and the kitchen and everything, and just trying to take care of my house where I live because there's no one else here to help me take care of it. I don't have a boyfriend, so he's not here to take care of anything. I don't have a girlfriend, so she's not here to take care of anything. My two support team people, which is Birdman, okay, he passed away in February. So this February, I can begin again. If I want to be in another relationship, I can begin again. It usually takes a year. And when a person passes away or you break up for any reason or the relationship stops, it usually takes a year to recuperate. You know what I mean? But I might decide not to be in no more relationships after this one because he was a lot of work and I miss him, and I can't. I already know I will never be able to replace him. And it would just be my fucking luck that I'd be like 60 or 70 or 80 years old, and there will be another Birdman, but not right now. And I'm not looking for nobody. I don't give a fuck about none of that bullshit. I'm glad that my pussy is getting a rest from a dick going up inside of it, so I don't have to worry about that. So shout out to the chat. Good morning, Lonnie. Good morning. Yeah, I just wanted you to know about those books because I put them on my community wall, but they're on YouTube. You don't have to buy the books. They have the audio books on the VC Andrews books, Flowers in the Attic, uh if there be thorns and petals on the wind. So yeah, I was just letting my audience know about that. Shout out to the chat. I'm not going to work today. The electrical people gonna come out and test all the appliances because of the last cycle of this electric bill. It was outrageous. It was outrageous. Shout out to the chat. And no problem. No problem, Lonnie. Yeah, I'm just glad that you're able to go live on the stream yards now. I'm glad that you're able to go live and you got the vertical going and the horizontal and you're able to drop the link. So that's very good. Very, very, very good. I didn't watch your video all the way through this morning, but I'm going to catch the replay. Shout out to you. Shout out to Moonlight. I haven't seen Moonlight on these YouTube streets lately. I hope she comes and does a live, but she did say she's going to take a break. So we got to let Moonlight take a break, I guess. Shout out to her. Yeah, but that's the only thing I have to say. What else was I getting ready to say before I cut my own wisdom? I started talking about Birdman. Oh, and then I was getting ready to say something about KK, my girlfriend. And she don't come to the house because she had moved away. She moved so far away from here. Yeah, and so I have to take care of the house myself. You know what I mean? And the way I was trained to do things, You clean as much as you can. I don't care if it's the ceilings, I don't care if it's the walls, I don't care if it's the floor, I don't care if it's different rooms in the house. uh you gotta clear everything. You can make everything look good and look neat, because I don't want my house looking like it's a junkyard in here. I don't like things on the floor. I don't like things on my furniture. I like to hang everything up. I like everything to be organized. Things I'm trying to remember, I post them on my refrigerator. Even my refrigerator is cleaned out and stuff like that. And I like to keep my cabinets neat. I like to keep everything organized. It's a way of control, having control over my own life. And like I said, my boss got in touch with me this morning and asked me, was I coming in? And I just texted her and told her what was going on. And I also let her know I don't want to have anything to do with that driver anymore. If I'm gonna be at that company, I don't need to be around that driver. And I don't believe that she deserves no $7 out of my fucking paycheck to drive me to work when we can get another driver to do the exact same thing. Shout out to the chat. Ain't no way in the world I'm paying for someone to fucking disrespect me. You know, shout out to the chat. Some people you just gotta just step away from. If a motherfucker is disrespecting you or trying to be slick dissing, I don't feel that they deserve any fucking money from me. Same thing goes on the YouTube streets. If you ever disrespected me in any kind of fucking way, and I was supportive, doing any kind of cash app or anything like that, guess what? That shit stops. I don't have to do it because I don't have to take people's disrespect and I don't have to pay nobody to disrespect me. Fuck that shit. I'm not a congressperson, so I don't have to take that shit. Yeah, that's right, Lonnie. You can get the audio books. Excuse me, Lonnie. I cut my own wisdom. You can get the audio books so you can listen to it while you're doing your other job. Because Lonnie, you got two jobs. You got two jobs. So I don't. Supernova can't talk about nobody. She can't talk about nobody. When people start saying you not gonna find that on my record, you better think again. That's why I be like, when I come on here, I always dox my own damn self. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Skip. My ribs are hurting like a motherfucker. From all that damn coughing I was doing yesterday. Now some say you got that Alka-Seltzer here in this house. Yo, I found my earrings in this house. I found my Alka-Seltzers. I wonder what else I'm gonna find in this house. Now I'm no longer getting drunk. hmm Yeah, that's the only thing I'm looking forward to. Yeah, because I used to do this shit before, just hide stuff in the house and then find the shit later, especially when I need it. So I'm out of here. I'm out of here. So y'all have an awesome day. Be safe out there. Don't let people get on your nerves. If they get on your nerves and they try to get up under your skin, simply say these words: Nini kuzimu kila wakati. Kufati. Kufatu. Kufatu means for them to just drop drop dead to get the hell up on out of here. You know what I mean? Cause I remember Friday, that lady was like, with those people. No, because if we wasn't finished with our work way before 5, they wouldn't sign the ticket. We wouldn't have gotten our 10 hours. Shout out to the chat. I knew what the fuck I was doing when I came from down that building at 4:30 in the afternoon. I knew what the fuck I was doing when I went to the bathroom before I went into that office. I knew what the fuck I was doing when I was taking my boots off, putting it in a plastic bag, and putting my regular shoes on. Shout out to the chat. That driver just wanted to bitch. And I told her, I said, you're a hater. And only thing you like to do is bitch all the fucking time. You're not getting paid to be a hater. You're not getting paid to have a fucking attitude. And you're not getting paid to bitch. You're getting paid to fucking drive. That's it. This bitch comes on the job and discusses everybody's personal business. And I found out last year, thanks to me talking to one of my homeboys from New York, she was telling people where the fuck I fucking lived. Why the fuck would she give out my address? Well, nobody has come here. Everybody knows to leave me the fuck alone, so nobody has come here. And why would she do that? You know, that was the dumbest thing in the world. I could get this bitch fired. And don't worry, I'm going to work on it. Starting today. I'm going to work on getting this bitch fired. Trying to dox people. But yeah, we got people in real life trying to dox motherfuckers. Shout out to the chat. I don't mean to get mad, but yeah, I just had to bring that out. I can't hold it. If I hold it, I'll get drunk. I'm dead ass serious. I'm this close to going to the fucking store, buying me a 40 ounce of 211. And if I buy that shit, I'm going to come on this fucking app and tell the whole world because I'm going to be singing. And I might call over there or hit somebody link and be like, let's sing a song. Shout out to the chat. I don't want nobody fucking with me or my feelings or nothing like that trying to destroy me. People in real life trying to destroy your home girl, Arabia. Babos on the BT 1000. I'm going to work on it today, trying to get her added in. And if I can't work on it today, I got the rest of the week to get rid of this bitch. Good morning, Mrs. V. Mrs. V, you always catch me when I'm getting ready to rant and rave about somebody. No, I will not get drunk. But I'm just saying, and I don't go by something physical happening. I'm just talking about my emotions, like my feelings. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put it like this: if I'm feeling bad or something's going on, I like to talk about it. I like to lessen the power of it. Cause if I don't say anything, I'll be right at that damn store. I'll be right at that damn store and I would be used to do it. I used to hit people like be ready to sing a song for. I used to try to troll people and fuck with people. They better not let that wake up. Well, I'm gonna let that go, but I just had to release how I was feeling about this bitch from Friday. And I hold grudges. That's another thing. Yeah, because I found out when I was talking to one of my homeboys from New York. He been told me that she was telling people where the fuck I lived. And if I hear it again tomorrow, because somebody is going to come back and tell me. Or maybe she said the X, Y, and Z. Don't worry, I'm working on getting rid of her. Cause I don't feel you should be working for the company. You're an unsafe person. You like to dox people. Yeah, she been coming out there telling people's personal business. She be looking up people's criminal backgrounds, and she can't post it in the office, but she's been doxing people. Yeah. So shout out to the chat. Yeah, I think it's time for her to be removed. All right, I'm out of here, you guys. We got 4 people in the building. I hope everyone had hit the like button. Even though I got negative towards and I don't like being negative. Not early in the morning. But if it's something that's fucking with me, I gotta speak on it. I got to. I gotta tell somebody. Hmm. Yeah, but shout out to the chat. I'm out of here. Hope everyone has an awesome day. And I might listen to one of the audio books myself, Lonnie. Starting with If There Be Thorns. So shout out to the chat. Shout out to everyone that's coming into the chat. Shout out to Lonnie. And shout out to Mrs. V. And shout out to everyone else that's ghost watching. Thank you. Peace out, everyone. Have an awesome day. I'm out. One.